So what does it really take to become a vlogger or travel YouTuber? Right now I am on White Sand Beach in Boracay and I've just finished my 150th vlog. And what I've learned after doing that many might shock you, but it might also save your vlogging career, because there's a big chance that you've been sold a massive lie about how easy it is to become a YouTuber or a vlogger. In fact, did you know that 87% of aspiring vloggers never hit 5,000 subscribers? But I truly believe that if you understand what I'm going to cover in this video, you can outlast the competition and actually build a content business that will fund your freedom lifestyle. Now, if you're stuck in your 9 to 5, just sort of stuck at home, not entirely happy with how your life's looking right now, I get it, I really do. I relate completely. I remember just stuck in the UK working a soul-sucking recruitment job for an absolute douchebag of a boss who drove a Lamborghini, earning pretty much minimum wage, or I could just afford to rent a bedroom in a shared house with 6 other strangers. So let me share what no one else on YouTube seems to be willing to talk about when it comes to starting a vlog or growing a travel YouTube channel. So I'm just starting my day here. I'm at a lovely cafe called Gratitude Cafe, just at White Sands. Ordered a beautiful breakfast, but this does bring us to lesson number 1, and that is that everybody is lying to you. I think everyone out there is just saying, oh, it's so easy, YouTube is on easy mode, and all this other bollocks, right? And they're all just chatting complete and utter shit. It's hard work, like it's a slog. But here's the thing, it's far easier than the alternative. So what do I mean by this? Well, guess what? Nothing really worth having in life comes easy. Yes, you need to get up in the morning, you need to set an alarm, you've got to plan your videos, you've got to sort of go out and get your footage and all that stuff, right? It's work, but most people work, right? So for me, despite the fact that vlogging can be a little bit hard and YouTubing can, be tough at times, it's far easier than the alternative of working a 9 to 5 job I fucking hate, or looking back on my life when I'm 70 years old on my deathbed, hating myself for the risks I didn't take, or surviving off universal basic income in 5 years when AI has wiped out 90% of all online jobs. So don't believe the hype about how easy everybody tells you it is, but also remember, nothing worth truly having in life comes easy. So if you want a life where you can have complete freedom over your days, go anywhere in the world you want to, it's going to take a little bit of graft, but guess what? A couple of years of grafting and you can live a life of your dreams. Nothing's worth it. Okay, so now it is time to go get caffeinated, get some shit done. I love nothing more than just finding a banging little coffee shop, getting a book out and being productive, working on my dreams and my goals. And this coffee shop I'm going to show you now, it might be one of the best in the world, legitimately, and you'll see why. So I have just come to a beautiful little coffee shop. This is Seasons Coffee. This is actually my little desk setup and where I like to spend my days working. Paradise, right? But whilst we're here, let's look at lesson number 2. I remember the first personal development book I ever read. Actually, I listened to it. I didn't read books back then. It was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Now, there was many gems that I took away from this book, but one thing stood out in particular, and it was this. Just keep on keeping on. Whether we want to admit it or not, we are in competition with everybody else on the internet, right? There's only so many people and there's only so much time and attention that they have. So we are competing with every other creator, every other person posting YouTube videos or Instagram Reels, whatever it is, we are competing with them for attention. So if we recognize that we are in a competitive marketplace, we have competitors. So how can we beat them? One way to beat them is simply to outlast them. Just keep on keeping on. Okay, so what does this look like in action? I like to use the analogy of the gym. Now, some people might not know, I used to be a absolutely rampant steroid abuser, but there were some benefits that came out of taking the gym so seriously, and it was this. And I think this is a really good analogy when it comes to succeeding on YouTube or vlogging. The more reps that you do, the bigger your muscles get, and the more workouts you turn up for, the better your form is. So how does this relate to YouTube and vlogging? Well, the more videos you make, or the more reps that you do, the bigger your muscles or your channel will get. And the more workouts you do, the more times you show up to work out, i.e. the more times you show up to make videos, the better your form gets, the better you get at making videos. So one of the most powerful things that you can do if you want to succeed at YouTube is to show up consistently for a long period of time. A lot of people say post consistently, post once a week, post twice a week. It's not about rewarding the algorithm. It's not about anything like that. What it is about getting your reps in, because it's through the consistent actions you get better at making videos. And as you make better videos, your videos finally get the views that they're worthy of. Because a harsh truth that we want to admit is our videos get the views they're worthy of. So being consistent is about showing up even when you don't feel like it. Sometimes there's an obstacle, a barrier to pressing record or just going out and making that video. But being consistent means you push through that bullshit and you do it anyway, because you know that what's on the other side of that discomfort is comfort. Comfort in the form of location independence, financial freedom, which is living a life that you love, or bare minimum, don't fucking hate. So we are just gonna wrap up here at the little office spot for the day. I'm gonna share the single most important lesson. And this lesson changed everything for my channel, my business, and my life. And I think it will change everything for you too. Okay, so let's head to the beach and then we'll look at this final lesson. That every single person watching this right now has felt that fear of judgment from others, right? You know, what are people gonna say if I start my YouTube channel or start vlogging? I mean, look, even wear a cap because my hairline sucks. Do you know what I mean? Everybody cares a little bit about what people think about them. Here's the thing, vlogging is about so much more than just making videos or making travel YouTube videos. It's a statement of self-validation. To give yourself permission to exist, to share your opinions, to take up space, and to matter. Not because you care what other people think, but despite what other people think. So after years of making videos and trying and failing, but keeping on, I can definitely tell you, like, the secret is not about talent or luck. It's about outlasting your excuses and just pushing through that judgment. And no one will judge you harder than yourself. If you feel you're in a place where you're ready to step up, maybe start or grow your own vlog, launch an online business and start traveling, then why don't you check out the Creator's Edge? The Creator's Edge is a community of people just like you, all working on the exact same goals together. We're all supporting each other and all working towards a life of true location and creative freedom. I'm not saying join, I'm just saying why don't you check it out? So why don't you click the link in the description below this video or scan the QR code that's on the screen right now. You can watch a short video on the next page, and if it looks right for you, I'd love to connect with you inside.